is the motor that raises and lowers the VSAT is defunct. So we had to take it apart and lower it manually.
You carry a tent or something? I mean, I'm just wondering if you wind up having to camp out next to this thing 24/7. I assume you're on duty 24/7, aren't you, pretty much?
When you're on duty for a month, no, we've never camped out in it. We have it in Lincoln, and if you're on call, you're expected to be on in the truck and on your way in 4 hours.
But then do you take turns? Because don't they want sort of 24-hour?
No, you're on call for a month, and so basically for that month you've got to agree to drop everything and be on the truck and on the road in 4 hours.
But you just leave this thing powered up basically with the servers on, get some sleep and come back. Is that how you?
Oh, you mean when you're on the job?
Yeah, when you're on the job. It seems like somebody has to be kind of looking at this thing.
No, if you've got shore power, then this can run. You're inside the building or in your hotel sleeping.
Okay,
so it just runs just like you're not doing anything and the VSAT's out there while they're running. So once this is on the air with shore power, no, you can go to your hotel and leave it running.
Okay.
And if you don't have power and the engine's running, then somebody has to be there. But when that's happened, they've always closed up the center at some time at night. So it's,
okay, they do close down. Okay.
They do close down. Yeah. So the few cases where they have run 24 hours, they've always had power.
You got like forest fires in San Diego or something where you're kind of out in the boondocks, or?
Yeah. We were down in San Diego. We would go out to the service centers. So they had a headquarters that had all the equipment that you got in here. Okay. And so then they would have service centers where they were, and so we had two of these down there. This one was here, and the one from Phoenix. We had another one in LA. And so we'd be the first one out when they'd set up a new service center. And sometimes they'd stay there as long as the service center did. The service center would move around and so on. And so this would provide all the connectivity to the service center.
And you ever get out so far in the boonies in one of these things that you really have to run that generator? I could imagine you might have an instant command post pretty far from civilization in some of those.
Yeah. I can think of a few sites that we ran it, and we have to keep getting fuel for it. And so we got 5-gallon cans, and we'd go out in the car and bring back the fuel for it in jerry cans, and kept it running. And that was a case where power would come on and go off and come on and go off, and so we had the lights and everything set up, and we've got a UPS in this. So we're running it in shore power, which is quiet and not stinky, and lots of advantages to using shore power.
Sure.
Okay. So we can run for 10 or 15 minutes with the UPS. So you're inside running your laptops off of a WAP. It's up in the room. Power goes off. Got lights coming in from the windows. The operators just keep working. Their laptops all have batteries in them. The WAPs are still working off the power over Ethernet. Okay. Everything goes on. You come out here, start the engine, start the generator, switch over to generator power, and in theory, nobody in the room, inside has had to stop working. And now we've done that.
It's pretty neat.
So you want to take a look? I say just ignore the messiness here.
How about I sit up in here and Barbara could take a look?
Yeah, so over there in the far side, that's your VSAT server. Okay, you know what that is now?
Yeah, wow.
Which side is that?
Wow.
Right over there.
Oh, that right there?
Okay. That's the VSAT server. Down below you've got your printer, and we have a fax machine. So anytime we have cell service, we have fax. So our fax machine works off of a so theoretically, as we're driving down the road, we can receive faxes. And this is your public service radios over on that side. Okay. This is a JPS switch. What this will allow us to do, you had your UHF radios, your handhelds, okay, and those had the range around the office area, if you will, or around the warehouse or whatever. So now you've got ERVs that are being scheduled and coming in and out. So you want to talk between the the 4742 radios, the low band radios, and the UHF radios.
Right.
We can link them together.
Oh wow, okay. That's nice.
So we can take any 2 or 3 channels that
Have
we
a
could,
patch panel or something.
and it's much more sophisticated than patch panel, because when you broadcast on one frequency,
You gotta change it, yeah.
it's sending it out on another one.
Yeah.
And so that's what all these channels are, so we can tap. But that's normally we will do the UHF to 4745, the low band VHF.
Is a TV set here for?
TV, there's a TV camera that we have on the mast, not used very much, so we can get TV. We have a direct TV dish. For cost reasons, they've turned that off. That wasn't used, and so but all we need is them to reactivate the service. And so this can play a CD player or a DVD. So we can record the video that we're getting on the mast and send that in, and we're going to be changing the TV to a IP.
So you sort of look around, do reconnaissance from 50 feet up in that mast. Then
Yeah,
basically.
and what they want to change us to is have a little IP camera, so the public relations wants to be able to have pictures around the site, and then we transmit it, so they can use it for publicity and so on. So
It's a nice radio, the HF radio.
And so here's your smart tuner. Okay, so we have different frequencies that tunes for the antenna.
Where's your dish controller?
The dish controller is right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And we've got feet that go down that we can level it with and stabilize it with. Okay. This is just a switch for, like, say, we have the different featured functions this could do, and there's another TV and the monitor in the front. And this is the antenna.
You got basically one chair or 2 chairs? Looks like one chair here, is that right?
Yeah, just one end.
Pretty crowded here.
This is not a command post. Most of the time we're not out here.
Okay.
We set it up and get it running, and then we give people the radios, we give people the voice over IP phones, we give them the laptops, and so this is, they call it an interoperability tool.
And where do you store all the stuff? There's a compartment back here where you have all
Compartment
the-
back here, yeah.